Well, I want gas, but I wanna drink beer, wanna toke some grass. So
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here in the back of the Burn Slow bus at Surfside for a Surfside Live podcast with the handsome and extremely talented Will Evans.
Thank you.
Dude, Will, thank you so much for hopping in here and doing this. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
The first thing I need you to do, though, before your mimosa arrives, is turn on our on-air sign. And that is that bottom little black...
red?
No, not the red one, the black one. Bingo. Woohoo!
Wow.
All right. Now we are
Amazing.
official. Cool. Well, we were just chatting a little bit, and you are a New England native, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Neither a road or an island. Have you heard that
correct.
before?
I've definitely used that bit a few times in my banter.
So you are a multi-instrumentalist and also beautiful voice, and I did want to dive into a little bit about your instruments. Because you're unique in the sense where you don't really see guys with didgeridoos and all those sorts of things. So
In Meredith, no?
No, not a ton actually. There's not a ton. But like, how did you get started down that road of uniqueness?
Jeez, I feel like here we go. Here we go. This interruption is brought to you by
Perfect.
Wow,
That might be a bottomless mimosa
that's
too.
fair.
I'm not sure. I got a Surfside
Hey,
Bloody.
cheers!
here.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah. Wow.
It's great.
I haven't had a brunch gig in a while. This is. I might have to book
Get
some more of
a
these.
little more into that. Yeah.
I mean, now
Very
that I'm
cool.
like, two-time dad over, I love the early gigs.
Yes. I think that comes with age too.
Yeah, it does.
The
for
older
sure.
you get,
Yeah.
it's like it's 10 p.m. guys. Like
let's all get ourselves tucked in and a good night sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's bike week here.
It is Motorcycle Week. It's the 102nd anniversary of Laconia Motorcycle
Those
Week.
are not didgeridoos
And we love
going
it.
by.
Yeah. No.
Yes. So to answer your question, I started. I think I started my career musically in a Baptist church.
Oh, really?
And obviously, the only thing that got me there was music. I was in the chorus, and I just loved, the ethereal, incredible like natural reverbs you would get in the chapel.
Right. Whoa.
My boy, just rolling up here. Is he in the van with us?
Is that a Suzuki?
Oh my God, that is a serious Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Folks.
He means business.
I need
He's
to-
even got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth,
Yeah.
which definitely adds to the
There he goes.
badassery.
I wonder what we think when they do that.
That's a great question.
Are they
because
like
they know? They're like,
yeah, but
Let's
are
go.
they like? Do they think that I'm like, oh man, that guy's so cool?
right.
Or are they like, they hate me, so they don't care? They just want to make me cringe.
I think
don't know.
it's probably a little of both. I have so much of an opinion about this. My dad is an old biker. He's had Harleys since before I was born. He's the real deal, old school. Started in the late 60s, early 70s with Harleys and stuff. And the guys now, it's just like I have a lot of respect for the scene, like what they do.
Sure.
But it's just I guess there's a level of just I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but it's like they're just going for the whole like we don't give a fuck about anything, and I don't really think that that's who they are. That's just sort of this persona that happens when that engine starts vibrating between your legs.
Yeah, look what I've got between me. Yeah, my uncles are all bikers, and my dad rode a bike for many years.
Sure.
Actually bought another Harley as like his 70-year crisis, and
Nice.
I was like, you're not, like capable. It's a heavy bike, it was like 1,200 pounds, and he sold it after a month. I think it scared him again that he was like, oh yeah, like I'm not quite.
So
And now he has an electric bike. But I get it. I get the thrill. I love going fast. I'm a been a surfer most of my life, and the thrill of speed and all that. The noise. I'm like, it's not really like that appealing. I think you're right. I think it's just to like fuck everyone.
Yeah,
I do what I want.
It's a release of some type.
I guess. I don't know. Just get some confidence, like
learn the didgeridoo.
Yeah, that honestly. So music has been my release. Obviously, maybe I'm just lucky that I found something that I can really like pour myself into, and
it's very cool. I have a massive amount of respect for anybody that. Especially musicians, because I know how difficult it is to play music. It's not, and to do it professionally it's a phenomenal career to embark on, and I give you guys a lot of credit for the commitment to it, because I know that it's nothing but commitment. It's the only way it happens. Yeah.
I mean, I've had so many off ramps that I've passed, that I'm like, maybe I should switch, maybe I should. And I've had, other careers on the side, but like every time I've done something else, I find myself thinking about music, and I'm like, you just have to surrender to that commitment, like you said, and it's so hard, especially having kids and
family at home and stuff.
Yeah,
being on the road.
but the I think the alternative would be worse. I think if I didn't do it, that would directly.
You'd be sad, depressed Will Evans.
I'd probably have a Harley. I'd be up here for Biker Week. With
Where's
like
that Surfside
2 fingers up. I'd have 3 cigarettes lit in my mouth.
Yep.
I do what I want.
Yep.
So I'm grateful for so many reasons. Music has led me to places like this and meeting so many interesting people, and it breaks down barriers, which is it's a language of its own that everyone speaks, and I think that like you were saying, like I met a couple bikers yesterday on my way up to Gorham, New Hampshire, and they were checking out my van. We started chatting, and he asked me if I knew this artist ZZ Ward, who I was already a fan of, and I was like, oh man, I saw her in New York City at Irving Plaza, and he's like, oh, she's I go on tour with her when she's on the road, like let's send her a picture, and we took a photo, and I gave him my album, and just little things like that where like all of a sudden you're best friends with some stranger, and like I feel like if nothing else in this world, to like have those little impacts of change, of positivity, of positive interactions with people is winning, is pushing the ball forward, and like
I think that's a great point where you and these bikers are probably two very completely different walks of life that would never really cross paths otherwise. Yeah. And then you do, and you find that, hey, you're not a bad person, and you feel the same way back, and it's like,
well, I think he sees the man bun, and is instantly probably like, he very quickly into the conversation reveals to me that he's ex-military. I'm like, hey, guess what? My 3 uncles my uncle's a general. My dad was drafted. We're a military family too. Like we're poor Vermont family. The boys got drafted Vietnam, and like so we live and breathe that too. It doesn't mean we don't understand what you've been through or whatever.
Things are very divisive these days,
for
and
sure.
they really don't need to be.
But then we get past that threshold, and we start talking music, and that's like the common bond that everybody. All of a sudden, it was like shoulders relaxed. Don't need to feel like this bravado coming off these gentlemen anymore. And it was just like, oh yeah, we can talk music. Like that's fair game, and that's so cool. I love that.
I had a guy at the bar yesterday who's from Arkansas, here for Bike Week, and he started talking to me about something, and he was, I made some joke, however it was, and he's like, do you have a bike? You have like an electric bike? Like he was kind of like digging at me, and I'm like, no, actually, I do have a bike. And my dad, who I was speaking of earlier, was sitting right next to him. He didn't know that. Yeah. And I said, actually, my dad's got a 48 Panhead. I have a 76 Super Glide, and the guy's like jaw dropped, and he was like, because those are actual badass Harleys, not just shiny noisemakers that. Right. But it was just you never know who you're talking to, like, and with the divisiveness of the world today, I just think that give people a chance, like don't just judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely, yeah. And travel for me has like been so pivotal in in forcing me out of my comfort zone. I think that's the problem with a lot of folks in this country, is we get really stuck in our echo chambers, whether it's socially, on the internet, socially in our communities, and to push ourselves out of that and see, like, I mean, I think musicians are some of the best, spokespeople for this country, because we are out on the road. We're seeing different
everything.
towns. We're meeting different people and all walks of life, and it's such a unique and rare opportunity to be a steward of positivity, of change, of just like, hey, we're one and the same. Like, I'm putting my emotions into words and song, and I hope it helps you in your day. That's all we're trying to do, is like, put something real into the ethers and hope that it tracks the right people who need that. And then that's been the, I always say, like, I'm broke, but I'm wealthy in experience.
Right.
I've had so much. I'm so grateful for all the connections through people and just positive interactions of, like, hey, this song helped me through this dark time.
Yep.
And
That's a beautiful
huge.
thing to do for people.
And I need to, like, I put them in my pocket when I'm, on those late drives through the night trying to get home to the family, and I, take them out and just, realize that, this is a worthwhile.
You're grateful for it, and it keeps you driven. That's cool. Do you think that feedback that you get from fans, is that truly the driving force, or is the driving force this desire within to create that art? Like, is that really where it comes from? But then the influence on fans is like a secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to have that, like, pit in your stomach of like, because there's so many of ups and downs every day in this career, that you have to develop thick skin and really be committed to the craft of creating art, something real and tangible, especially with the influx of AI and all these, I mean, I've seen in the 20 years I've been doing this, so much change in such a short period of time, as far as how people interact with music, how they're listening, how they're paying for it. Yep. And the live show is the one constant thing that has worked for me. Yep. And that real connection, that real, interaction with people, is the one thing I feel like that isn't changing, and is almost more valuable now because of all the other things.
Yeah. Live music is a very special experience. I know, like, speaking from like a fan standpoint, like having the whole presentation, the lights, the sound, the people, like everything involved with it's very cool. And I can see how, seeing it from the musicians, from that perspective, it's got to be even cooler, because you're up there having that impact. All the eyes are on you, and you're exposing your art. And I think that's a beautiful thing. You're very, very fortunate to be doing stuff like that, while it comes with all of those, ups and downs, like you said.
Totally. Yeah.
But you had mentioned earlier that you're kind of been like from around the New England area, and then you mentioned Hawaii. You said Maui. You guys were.
Yeah, we're splitting time coming up this year. I've always been really drawn to
it's a beautiful
Pacific
beautiful
Islands,
place.
and I studied. I did 6 months in New Zealand when I was in college, and did some backpacking in Australia where I learned didgeridoo, and just really influenced by indigenous culture. And
so Australia, you backpacked around Australia. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. And
so did you surf there too?
I didn't surf in Australia.
Okay.
I wish I had.
You mentioned that you were into surfing. So.
I surfed all over New Zealand when I was there, because we bought like a cheap wicked van. They're called wicked vans. They're like these. They're like little buses with a pop tent. Nice. And me and a buddy did we circumnavigated the whole island, both islands, and surfed everywhere we could.
Cool.
And it was wild, like breaks where there's more sheep than people, you know, in the town, and you know, Lord of the Rings spirits are all around you, you know, like it was my inner nerd was like really on a high from that.
Very cool.
But just, you know, the welcoming nature of the Pacific Island people, the pride for their heritage and their culture, and like how hard they've had to fight to keep those things alive is so just endearing to me, and just like I'm just so interested in that, you know, like I crave that for myself, for my family, to have something like, you know, so like I told you I started in the Baptist church, but I never really understood the you know, the colonization type of religions. To me, just as soon as it became too organized, I'm out. I'm
1,000% with you.
I'm like, just, you know, like there's lots of good lessons to be learned through all those things, but why does it have to be
right?
Why does it have to fit into this box? Like, you know, I think.
Why do I have to put this stuff on my head on Wednesday? Like,
exactly. All the things.
I don't get those things.
And it's, you know,
silly,
these books or whatever, they've been rewritten over years by generally white men, you know?
Right.
And so I can't really like take it for what it's, you know, like
it's
all
like
of
a single perspective is kind of
and I know that's you know, that's a very like it's not all bad, obviously.
Of course.
There's lots of and you can take what you want from it. But for me, my personal spiritual awakening comes when I'm out surfing, when I'm in nature, when I feel this like connection to the natural world where we came from, you know, that reconnection, that rerouting, and that's really a big drive for us to go to Hawaii is to garden more. Really, I want to plant more. I want to feel the earth more with my feet. I want my children to learn
beautiful thing
outside, and if we can give them that, I feel like that's a huge just a huge accomplishment for us. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's exactly. I don't have any kids, but if I did, I would be all about that. The homeschool, the being in the garden, just learning the real things, like the real things. Like I know, you know, I grew up on Long Island in the 80s and stuff. It's far from like this wonderful place, but like I grew up with horses and in the garden with my mom, and just like it was a really wholesome life. It's a different world than it is now, and to be able to take your family to split time out there, and also New England, that's that's success if you ask me.
It's the dream. It's the dream. It's been a lot of work to get here, just like I said, staying on course with the passion and pursuing this craft as I have has opened these doors in ways that probably never would have happened if I became a banker or lawyer or, you know, history teacher. I was on track to be a teacher of some sort.
Sure. Oh, that's interesting.
Probably outdoor ed
is
where I would have ended up, because I ran like a surf camp and
very cool.
Was a captain for a while, so we did charters and stuff. But I always kind of came back to the music, and that really grounded me. And between the music and like being out gardening and planting, and my good friend Paul Isaac is a farmer, musician from Oahu, and he has a incredible farm there called Yo Garden, and they do shows there on the property.
Oh, sweet.
And eco touring and like all the, you know, and I just feel I see people become restored when they reconnect with planting something or whatever, and it's so simple, you know. It's like we don't need all these drugs, chemicals, things to try to like make our brains access that place that nature provides. It gives, you know, totally. That's beautiful perspective to have. I mean, even in the cities, you know, like I was in New York recently, and like you're seeing a lot of these urban gardens and stuff, and it's happening, you know, like people like our generation does realize the disconnect, and I think there's an urge to get back to the garden.
Thank goodness.
So I really think that would fix a lot of our issues.
I agree. So like outside of music and surfing and gardening, like are there like other things that you're, you know, do you have like, I don't know, Like, do you ride bikes? Do you like to skydive?
I do. Yeah, I like. I've done all those things. I'm an avid pickleball player.
Oh, no kidding.
Actually, I'm.
See, where else are you gonna find this stuff out?
That's
Surfside
right.
Live, baby.
Well, I played tennis in college. And
tennis is fun. I played tennis when I was younger too. I really enjoy it.
Well, I'm telling you, like I had back surgery like 5 years ago, and I just can't move around on the court. But pickleball is like much more contained, and it is so fun. And I started playing Maui, and I went to just like the pickup games, and all of a sudden I see like all these pro big wave surfers start showing up,
and they're into the
they're
pickleball.
all when the waves are flat, they play pickleball, and they're super competitive. And like I have that part of me as well, just like really competitive. And it's so funny because I'm like, I recognize all these guys. I'm like, that's Brett Lickle. He's Laird Hamilton's tow partner. He pioneered Piahi, which is Jaws, like the famous big wave on Maui, and here he is at the pickleball course, and he wants to play with me because I'm like pretty good. Nice. And he's asking me questions about my form and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, this is too funny. So yeah, I love pickleball right now. That's a nice outlet. Anything outside, just definitely. I don't want to push our girls in any direction. I just want them to kind of show us
find their own
show
way.
Us what is
so two girls.
Two girls.
What are their age?
6 and 2.
6 and 2.
Yeah, Hazel and Indigo.
Cute.
And
great names.
they're my world, man.
Indigo is a great name.
Yeah.
So is Hazel.
Yeah, Hazy and Indy. They're just they're my world. Yeah, I do this for them now as much to provide. Just because
they're lucky little girls. They got a cool pops.
Well, I don't. But it's more about them. I feel like showing them they can do hard things. If they really are passionate and they put a lot of energy behind it, I think that it'll show. Because there's been over the last couple of years, especially with Hazel getting older and being like, Dad, why do you have to go again? Why do you have to, why are you going to be gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever? And we try to keep it to like 2 weeks because it's just but
it's a long time to be away from your kids.
At this age, they're just so. They love you so much, and I just cherish that.
Plus, you come back 2 weeks later, and it's like they've grown.
Yeah, well, for sure, that too.
Which is crazy, right?
But yeah, we're just so fortunate and blessed to be able to when I'm off the road, I'm like full on dad.
Awesome.
So I do a lot of I was a carpenter for a while on the side, and it's funny. My carpenter buddy's here for the show today,
sick.
And he's an incredible carpenter.
Was that Kevin who I met with the
Kevin.
baby?
Yeah,
cool.
He just had a baby, but he helped me redo one of my bathrooms. I just love doing always tinkering on
same. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Like this van is like super inspiring. I love this
banana leaf.
Okay, I'm like that would be cool on a wall. It's like an accent wall in this.
You can, I believe you can get it in rolls at TikiShackImporter.com.
And it's just like coffee bag.
This is coffee bag.
Yeah, so cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I just love this kind of stuff.
I appreciate
real
that.
Handcrafted.
So do I.
Yeah.
Somebody puts the guys that built this bus. They're in Worcester, as I was telling you, Old Soul Motor Company, and they bring a level of just detail and care to the project that no other shop I've ever encountered does. So it's cool to work with people that have that same level of passion about their craft.
Sure, yeah.
So,
it's art. This is art.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. It really is.
Incredible.
It really is. Cool. The last thing I wanted to ask you about was the hand pan. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
So is that similar to like a steel drum?
Yeah, so a hang drum or a hand pan is it's almost like an inverted steel drum.
It looks like a Weber barbecue with the lid.
Exactly that's what my dad calls it. You playing that Weber grill thing again tonight? Yes, Dad.
Pops nose.
Yeah, so I started on like a traditional hand pan during COVID. It was like a
so this is a relatively new
once COVID hit, I had like 100 gigs canceled. I had a whole tour planned with do you know Satsang Drew McManus is his name. This band called Satsang, and they're all like, he's in that roots scene as well. I played with Trevor Hall before.
Oh, he's great.
I was in his band for a couple years, and sort of as a side guy.
Nice.
And then stepped into my kind of own thing more in the last 5 years. But yeah, all that kind of was canceled, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? But I'm going to learn something new. So I bought a slide guitar, which I'm playing a lot now, and then the handpan, and just really dove into that like rhythm world more. And
so would you say that you have a new album that we want to promote here?
Yeah.
The
and actually,
Unknown.
the song with the pan is called Indigo.
Okay, so that was what I was going to ask you. Your daughter's name.
Yeah.
So, does your music sound extremely different from your older stuff with these new instruments added? Is like a big difference, or how would you describe the differences? How has your influence in music and sound changed?
Sonically, my influences involve a lot more kind of beats, and sort of like I want to make it really big so that it holds, it can hold a candle to like the headlining artists on main stages at festivals and stuff. So to do that, a lot of artists are using tracks, obviously.
Okay, yep.
I was really against tracks. I've been a sort of a looper, organic looper, I guess, for many years, but I thought on this record, I had we really dug into just the producer, Jeff Martin, and I just really spent a lot of time. We're both drummers, and we just got really in the weeds of sound creation.
That's cool.
And, I was like, I can't not have these in the live show. So we have some tracks that I trigger and I kind of put into the live show now, and we've like live looping with actual tracks, so it's like a nice hybrid. I'm feeling like we're not like shocking new listeners, but like I'm noticing everybody's so used to like tracks live in a lot of settings that it's almost like weird not to have them, or it's jarring when it's like, oh, this sounds thin or small. It's like, well, because he doesn't have pro mastered audio tracks going with the band, as well. Right. And that I feel like leveled me up a little bit to a place where I feel like really confident, and then I can focus more on just being a vocalist, which is really nice. Like, it's nice to just, because I kind of go crazy with looping. Like, I've got so much going on, and like nothing's getting my full attention, and like it works for my ADHD, but I do like being able to be like hone in on the vocal and just be like, I'm a lyricist, like that was always the thing that's stayed constant. As much as the music's gotten bigger and more involved in all kinds of ethereal sounds and things like that, and beats and what have you, the vocals are still, the point I'm trying to get across is these messages that, I don't write songs about the party, Did you ever? The weed, the reggae kind of standard, which I don't. No, I didn't. No, I feel like the first solo record I did, maybe I tried to do like a little bit of a pop thing, and I just instantly was like, I don't play that song anymore. As soon as it was over, I was like, I don't want to play it. I don't feel like it. So that was kind of my awakening to like, you have to write music that you really feel, because the night, there's so many nights when like you're playing for yourself, like maybe there's not many people that are there, and you've got to figure out a way to like, you've come all this way. I still want to present my art in its purest form and like feel like I'm giving everything to the show, and the only way I can do that is if I really believe it, if I believe in the product. And that's where I'm at now. I feel like I really truly feel like I'm committing now at this point in my life. I'm 40 years old, and I feel like I'm just arriving at like, hey, I really like what I'm doing right now. I'm excited to go play it. I'm excited to see what happens every night and see if I can win over some new people, and at the end of the day I feel really good about what I'm producing. It's
authenticity, man. That's what people like, and people feel that from that. I I feel it from the customers at the restaurant. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you genuinely care about something from within, whether it's the party or
Yeah, of course.
you know, the deep feelings
Totally.
that you have. I mean, it's whether it's
There's
this or
people that
that
are really good at that because
Yes.
that's their thing.
Sure.
It's not my thing.
Sure.
So why would I try to,
Right.
you know? And like you can't fake passion. People
Totally,
can
yep, totally.
can see when it's
They
real.
smell right through it. man.
Totally, and that's the beauty of a live performance. Is like,
Do you perform with with a full band these days, or is it more of like a looping thing
Yeah.
by yourself? And
No, I've been playing solo for the last 5-6 years.
Okay.
No band. And you know, usually I'll bring like a front of house engineer
Yeah.
who understands like,
What you're looking for?
yeah, and you know, because there's certain elements that I'll trigger that I want to be really spacey or have a certain effect on them, and he's covering that.
That's cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
One less thing to do.
It's nice having people on
Yeah.
your team that get it. you know?
Totally. So he's been with me for like 3 years now, and we've done 2 full U.S. tours, 1 full Canada tour, and yeah, we're excited to
That's great.
see where this record takes us. So.
I'm excited to check it out. I wish you nothing but luck, man.
Thank
Nothing but success and
Appreciate it.
happiness. I hope your
That is
little
success.
girls have the best time in Hawaii, and you and your wife. And,
Thank you. Yeah, come visit us.
I would love to. I've been
Yeah.
out there twice, and I really want to go back. I've wanted to spend more time on Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for like 2 days, and I really want to go back.
If you do go to Oahu, make sure you look up Yo Garden in
Okay.
Waimanalu, and they have volunteer days.
Sweet.
I think every Thursday they have volunteer days, and they just invite people to come on the farm and help plant turmeric and like get really learn.
Sign me up.
It's
I feel like my back will hurt
It's so
after
healing.
that.
Well, yeah, you don't have to work too hard, but just like
Yep.
turmeric is also very anti-inflammatory and like
This is more old guy conversation. I love that.
yeah. Well, that's where I'm at.
You mentioned being 40. I'm
Yeah.
at the end of my 40s, and I can promise you that this is the best decade.
I'm here for it.
It's going to be good. I promise you.
Got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So,
you can't go back.
yeah.
So at least that's what you got to tell yourself.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate
Cool,
that,
for
Steve.
sure,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks for
well,
having
I'm
me.
going to let you run. I appreciate you doing this. I'm super stoked to check out your set.
Thank you.
Guys, check out Will Evans, The Wild Unknown.
It's here,
It's
y'all.
awesome.
Yeah.
Didgeridoos and hand pans and
All the
a
things.
beautiful outlook on the world. That's Will Evans.
That's right.
Love you, buddy.
Thanks, man. Love you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Take care.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Come to Surfside Live. Welcome to Surfside Live. Come to Surfside Live. Welcome to Surfside Live.